Hello, Aries. Welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie, and this is your reading for June 16th through the 30th. Today, we'll start off with an oracle card from the Whispers of Aloha to kick off the general energy that you're going through. We'll look at your specific energies. We'll look at the energies connected to you via a person or situation, and we'll see how those mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Aries Collective from the Earth Warriors Oracle. Keep in mind, these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. If you want more context and texture, I suggest checking out your Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node placement readings. That will help give you a bigger picture of the energies for this time frame. If you want a personal reading, I will have links in the description below and also links to my social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Creators on the Crest. Okay, Aries, let's get started here. We're going to pull a card for your energy. You're kind of quiet today, Aries, which is very strange. Let's see. Here we go. Maybe you want to be at peace for now. You got the number 13 card. Choose peace. Be responsible for your serenity. That might be why I'm perceiving you as a little bit quiet here. We kind of have more of a watery air element kind of energy going on here. So maybe this time frame will be a little bit of maybe some needed downtime for you. We'll see. I know you've been trying different things and your energy's been showing up differently. So let's see. Oof. Okay. Well, we got plenty of fire showing up here for you, Aries. Okay, on your side, you get the Eight of Pentacles, the Emperor, which is your energy, bold, beautiful, bright, right there, and the Knight of Wands. The Eight of Pentacles, I feel like this came up in your monthly reading too. You're definitely focused in on something, or maybe you've had some success focusing in on things, because I remember getting the sense that you were overstressed, overworked, and that kind of thing. You've got the Emperor. I see that as you, and I'm also recalling, make sure you go listen to the June monthly reading if you haven't heard it. I remember talking about the father presence with you, whether it's something you're working on embodying, so that father archetype, or you're working on the ancestry. Maybe you've made some progress on that. And the Knight of Wands shows up. I feel like this is you moving forward in a more balanced way than maybe you felt in the first part of the month. You know, sometimes I get the sense, sometimes for you, like, you have to kind of, because you're the first house energy and you're such an initiator and such a go-getter, sometimes stepping away from that energy, and I'm kind of getting the sense of being more of a wallflower at times, which is, it kind of goes against like what your personality is. But sometimes that is a way to help you just reset and kind of find a little bit more of the balance that you would like to have between, you know, the do and the serenity, right? And so because we have the number 13 card here, which reduces to 4, which is a number of stability, which is the number of the Emperor here, I really feel that you're really working on this, bringing peace and some new way of movement into your life that doesn't get you in the fire to the sense where you're just, it's burning you alive, if that makes sense. And I'm sure it does to you because you're very familiar with the element. Now, the energy connected to you, they get the Wheel of Fortune, the High Priestess, and the World. Major change, evolutionary pattern for this person, major cycle. I'll be really interested to clarify to see where they're actually at in this process. To me, this kind of feels like this could be a family member, or Aries, this could actually be the energy of the changes in your ancestry based on the work that you're doing, which is really interesting. I think for some of you, it really could be that. Maybe we've got some confirmations here. We'll see. Now, in the connecting energy, the relationship you have to this other person, family member, whoever it might be, I'm not seeing and not getting the feeling of a lot of romantic involvement here, that this is not that kind of a reading. In the middle, the energy is the Ace of Wands and the Page of Wands. So both of these cards are bringing a new, fresh energy in, and I'm wondering if this isn't because of your focus in on your paternal ancestry and maybe you doing some work in that area. And now we're kind of seeing the energies evolve here in a direction I would say you're more comfortable with. It feels new, it feels fresh, it feels like it's more aligned with choice. And since you have choose peace, it's more aligned with your ability to choose a more peaceful state. And I am getting a little bit of pain in the head here on the left above the eye. So I don't know, that might be there for some of you. It kind of came in and then it left. And that happens often to me during readings where I get certain sensations. So it was worth mentioning for some of you. Maybe you struggle with headaches or the stress headaches, tension headaches. Okay, to clarify this Eight of Pentacles, you get the Eight of Cups, the Knight of Wands, which you have down here, and the Seven of Swords. Yeah, in this energy with this Eight of Cups, I feel that you're more willing to let things go here, let a dead horse lie, whatever the saying is. You're kind of feeling more comfortable now, taking your eggs and going and putting them in other baskets than the ones that you have been in the past. Again, this could be connected to the ancestry and the focused work you've been doing there. If you haven't, the energies are definitely up for you to do that. And again, with that Knight of Wands, the Knight to me is kind of more of your natural energy. It does not seem overbearing. It is here with the Seven of Swords though as well, which still indicates to me that you have a little bit of a tendency to say, okay, well, if I get going again, what's to say I'm not going to get all stressed out, all wrapped up, all overworked, all, feeling the tension and feeling the stress. So there is a little bit there. You may want to balance that out. Possibly in this particular card, you see them sneaking away with books. It might be therapeutic for you right now to get lost in a good book or a good story. Kind of the epic sagas are kind of coming to mind. I mean, if you're anything like me, you might be a Lord of the Rings fan and you might or might not have read the books over and over again. And it seems like there's seasons in your life where you just binge read the books. So, that's the kind of feeling, not to give away too much about myself, but you know what I mean if you're into that kind of thing. But it could be a different storyline for you, or it could be something that you've been wanting to research. That might be a little bit of a reprieve for you to give the whole doing a break and just kind of be more in a reflection and a study mode. For the Emperor here, you have the Two of Swords, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Cups. I really like the energy that you're putting forth here, though we have the Two of Swords, and it can oftentimes be read as a card of confusion and indecision and, not seeing the full picture. I actually see this in your particular case as like a challenge that you've taken on willingly. Like you're like, okay, I am ready to go through this trial. I'm ready to go through this, and I will absolutely check out what is on the other side of the portal. This is the Wizard's Tarot here. So This Four of Wands isn't just the tent with the stable, pillars. This is a portal of sorts that's opening up and something new to be discovered there. And with the Six of Cups energy, it feels that you actually might enjoy this test or enjoy this challenge. Now, for some of you, you could be inviting in like a mental challenge. So this could be some sort of puzzle or mystery that you're trying to figure out. For others of you, this could be the challenge of a person coming into your life and you really analyzing the field and figuring out what kind of person are they. Is this a collaboration that I can have, or is this something that I'll just let float on by? And for others of you, it could be a test of your endurance. I'm getting endurance coming up. There could be physical exercise involvement going on with that, and you really working on your endurance. All right, let's look at this Knight of Wands for you. The King of Wands, the Judgment card, and the Eight of Pentacles again. Definitely some themes for you with the Eight of Pentacles. I like this Eight of Pentacles energy as it's shifting for you over the course of June, because I feel like the work that you're putting in this more balanced version of you, where you're able to still have that serenity and that peace, I feel that it's kind of high time for that. And I still see the results of your hard work coming back to you in a good way and in a powerful and passionate way. Excuse me. And I think as I'm gazing upon this Judgment card and I'm seeing there's an owl sitting in the trees in this one, you have really, as you've worked through these ancestral patterns and as you've been going through balancing out yourself and, retaining the essence of your personality while doing things a little bit differently to preserve your peace and your serenity, this Judgment card is speaking to me of a great wisdom being gained, a great vision kind of coming about from this. And it's not only healing your ancestry, but I feel like there's karmic healing going on here, wrapping up of some of those karmic type cycles with people, situations. This honestly looks like really good work, and it's nice to see you in this energy. It also feels like it has a quality of abundance to it as well. All right, let's look at this energy connected to you, possibly that of another person or possibly that of your ancestral line. Big change with this Wheel of Fortune, clarified by the Two of Wands, the Temperance card, and the Two of Cups. Yeah, to me, this feels like a healed energy where when we're looking at your ancestral line, and I know for you this is going like, I feel like I've gone down in the depths here with Aries lately. You guys have really been doing some quality ancestral work. Again, if you haven't, it's in the energies, a good time, a nice ripe time for it. The potentials here are looking really nice. I see a very nice flow between the loving aspects of your ancestry being able to rise alongside the passionate aspects. And I think the passionate aspects were the ones that maybe at times were injured or damaged by like warring, physical wars, deaths, brutality, just, humanity's past, as you well know, and the influences upon it. I feel that now in the ancestral blueprint, there's a more reflective quality happening. There is love being brought to those situations and placed. It's like, okay, so there's these blood code and soul codes, and it's like there's love that's being injected into those aspects where the passions ran wild and were like warring. And you know, those things are very important. And as an awakened and evolved being, you can actually, especially you men, are very good at compartmentalizing that energy, but women can do it too. And you can let that out. Oftentimes you'll hear it referred to as the Ulfidnar or the berserker type energy. And I'm getting the chills when I say this because I know you have it in you, right? That is being preserved because there is appropriate time and place when we're dealing with the evils of the world to allow that to erupt. I see that erupting, you know, in an inverted kind of way in the past in your ancestry against fellow man, right? But there are entities, there's energies, and there's evils in the world for which that energy is very appropriate. But now there's more, there's clearing in here. There's love injected in that we can align ourselves with the more strategic and more well-planned, well-thought coming to arms, if that makes sense. There's less loss. There's more love and less loss here, which is really cool and really deep and really unexpected. I was not expecting this, Aries, but you all keep taking me there. Let's look at this High Priestess. Clarified by the Strength card, the World card, which we have up next here, and the Five of Cups. Now, here's where I'm kind of tuning in and I'm feeling more of because remember I've said there's been a lot of work on the paternal line. Here's where I'm feeling the effect of the maternal line and the feminine embodied women of the family and just the feminine aspects coming into balance with this High Priestess. There are some incredibly powerful and strong women in the family lines here too that have gone through a great deal of sadness, but I feel like that partially is because of the loss and because of the warring. And keep in mind, you who is listening to this right now, this is in you, it's in your blood codes, it's in your DNA, right? And so this is transforming within you, and it's transforming in the energies of your ancestry as well. And this is actually a beautiful relief to the feminine, I feel here, because there's been a lot of picking up the pieces, of sewing things back together, of recovering after great loss. And so finally she feels a little free from that. The World card is clarified by the Justice card, the Ten of Swords, and the Page of Cups. Yes, balance. We've brought balance, which has fostered the close of a cycle and allowed it to be put down for good. See, this is very powerful stuff, and I'm getting really emotional for you and with you because this is the kind of ancestral healing and work that we need to do. This is, you know how there's all those quotes and memes about, you know, there's always one in the family that all the responsibility falls on, and it's, you know, you're the one who has to break all the cycles. And this is an indication that you've done it. Oh, good job. There's such relief. I was so tuned into that feminine energy that I'm feeling that relief. And with the Page of Cups, the cups of the family line, they fill back up and they rise and they are allowed now to overflow. And she is she's holding her cup and she's like trying to catch the fish, you know. She's trying to catch that Pisces energy, but she gets to play with it now. She gets to explore it now, whereas before there was too much pain. So Aries, whatever work you've done to really clear this, it's so beautiful and so incredible. And This may be one of those readings I just have to share with everybody and say, go look at where Aries is in your chart and listen to this reading, because what a great gift and an opportunity. And whomever is listening to this, and I've tuned into your greater beings and your energy, and this is a general reading, but Aries is the first. They're the first to go. So if I'm seeing this in your energy, it's a great deal of hope for the rest of the signs. Ugh. Woo. For the Ace of Wands and the connecting energy and the relationship of you yourself to the ancestral lines and to all of this work that's been done, the energy that shows up on your side is the Tower, and the energy from the ancestors is the Four of Cups, and it comes into the Ace of Wands, so we can see the sacrifice that has been made here. We can feel, as you know, you can see me feeling the sadness and the grief that has had to be addressed, that has had to come up and out, that has had to been processed. All of this had to come crashing down. And Aries, you initiated this Tower. You are the initiated, and you're the initiate and the initiated. It's beautiful. You've really come a full circle with this, and it is from your efforts and your strength and your wisdom that has cleared so much of this. And you do deserve some peace. You do deserve to go sit on the beach and read a book, for crying out loud. Let's look at this Page of Wands and the connecting energy. Okay, so the Page of Wands, this is clarified on your side by the Knight of Pentacles. Remember, I've been speaking of the more strategic kind of methods of handling situations and handling things. You know, you don't necessarily have to always think of it as something that is like physical, like a physical war. This is spiritual warfare that we're dealing with. This is consciousness being abducted that we're dealing with. And I really, really like this Knight of Pentacles for your energy, because I feel like you have a grasp on it that you didn't have before. There's a groundedness. It has been anchored. You have anchored. Those of you who are watching this video, you have to please comment. If you don't want to comment publicly, get on Instagram, message me something. I need to know how you feel about this and what's going on. I really want to hear from you guys on this one, because this is such powerful energy. Now, the energy of the ancestry comes in here with the Five of Wands. In this particular Five of Wands, it is 5 wizards all bringing their magic, and I feel like they're practicing together. This does not feel as much an energy of a conflict, of tension, but it may be the kind of tension created when everyone can bring their different gifts to the table and see how those mix and mingle. But at the end of the day, this energy feels to that energy. It's almost as if the Five of Wands traditional energy is reversed, and there is a clearing and there is an appreciation of what everyone has brought to the table, instead of an arguing and a divisiveness between it. And the edges, if you think of the pentagram and the 5-pointed star, and those edges are now all coming together in this Page of Wands. And this is where the Page of Wands can look forward to a new beginning, can look forward to the preservation of the sacred fire of transformation that is being held by you and your line. Yeah. Whomever's meant to see this video, I mean, I'm probably going to share it because it's so powerful, but whomever's called to comment or message me about this one, this is super powerful, and I just have nothing but the greatest level of respect for everything that you have done here, Aries. This is great confirmation, and this is great encouragement. So thank you. Aries, let's pull a card from the Earth Warriors Oracle to close off your extremely powerful reading today. Aries, you got the number 15 card, Ajna Durga, power of the good. You need never lose faith in the power of good. You need never lose faith in how much you can accomplish as an independent and inspired individual in the world. You need never believe that you are alone or without divine protection. You need never fear evil. The third eye of the Divine Mother sees all things, is ever watchful and ever just. She bursts through holy vision, the manifest power of good in all the realms. Her grace is upon you now. Her gaze is upon you now. Trust her. Absolutely beautiful way to end the reading. This is such powerful energy. This was such a deep, for a general reading, I don't know what you all are doing, but hopefully this spoke to you as deeply as it spoke to me, Aries. And wow, yes, if this is just June, imagine what the rest of the year holds. I can't wait to see you next time.